Hey guys, Blaumagier here, and we're back with another episode of Let's Play Dragon Quest II. On the last episode, we got the gold key and opened some of the golden doors that we've seen along the way, and in this episode we're going to do a few more things before proceeding onward. So anyways, I found out about the echoing flute. When there is not a crest in the area, it won't echo, as the name might imply. However, when there is, it will echo. I don't know if it'll always echo even after you pick up the crest or what, but I guess we can test that right here since there's no crest in this room. Yeah, alright. So that's the difference. You get a little bit of sound if there's no crest, and it'll echo back if you get a crest in the area. Now that doesn't tell you anything about where exactly the crest is or how to get it, but anyways, let's talk to this guy again now that we have our token of Roto. I've been awaiting your arrival. The descendants of the hero Roto have appeared. Let me give you the helmet of Roto. What? You found the helmet of Roto! Rolando got it. We don't want Rolando to have it. I guess our inventory is full here. We need to give the helmet of Roto to our Prince of Blaumagier, because he's the one that can use it. That's a nice increase in defense. Anyways, we are done here now, so let's go back into our portal. Oh yeah, this guy's gonna be rude again. You have no more business here. Now go. That guy is such a jerk. Alright, now we are going to explore our last portal here. Hey, that's the golden key. Let me borrow it. Just once I wanted to step through one of those traveler's gates. I guess they had intended for you to talk to him from the other side only, because normally he would just open the door and then go through the traveler's gate. Anyway, this area is right outside of our port town. This area looks familiar to any of you. Actually, we are done here now, playing with the portals. And it is time for us to return to Alefgard. Actually, we're going to take on the Dragon Lord's castle, which is now in ruins. Now, if you play the NES version, this place is going to look a lot different. You won't have this. You'll instantly be thrown into this area. And it's pretty straightforward. We got a few new enemies. Well, one new enemy here, the Gorgon Head. That is going to be your biggest threat here because it likes to spam increase on everyone. Kind of a jerk. But, yeah, we can deal with it. As usual, you want to make sure you cast Stop Spell on gremlins. And when you're left with just the gremlin, you should be able to take it out pretty easily. And we got a level up. Rolando rose to level 12. And he learned Outside, a very useful spell that we're going to make use of at the end of this place. So like I said, this area is really straightforward. For a little bit anyway. Now, if you're playing the NES version, the music's not going to change as you go down on the floors. However, in the Game Boy Color version and the Super Famicom version, the music is already present in the game since Dragon Quest I is in the game, so it's going to use it. Makes sense. Anyways, if you see that treasure chest there, that is our main goal in this castle. But we can't get to it just yet. And the battles here are kind of dangerous, actually. So, just be careful of it when you're going through. I'm actually a little bit on the low end when it comes to levels for this area, but, barring any tragic events, I should be able to handle it. Alright, we got another level up. Linda rose to level 8. That's some nice speed increase there. And we learned Repel. I'm sure we all know what Repel does, since I just talked about it in the last video, I think. Alright, we got a new enemy, a Saber Wolf. These guys are actually not very threatening. They can hit hard, but they die fast. In fact, a single Inferno spell is enough to take them out. Now, I just played the NES version going through here, and I never encountered a single gremlin. I don't know if that was something they added in a remake or if I just got lucky, but I did encounter a lot of those Gorgon heads though, or whatever they were called. My memory of names of enemies in this game is really bad. I might actually run out of MP in here. That would not be good. I'm probably going to have to sit down and grind a little bit after I get out of here. Alright, now here's where your choices split up. If you remember the original Dragon Quest, you want to avoid that first staircase and come to this one over here. And just swing around here and go upstairs here. And now we are on the path to that treasure chest that I said we want. Keep going through the staircases and eventually we'll get there. Here we are. What? You found the Sword of Roto. Now, I just want to comment on this here. I can understand the Token of Roto being left with the Descendant in the Castle of Blaumagier. I can understand the Shield of Roto being left with the Descendant in the Castle of Sumaltria. And I can understand the helmet being left with the descendant of the guy that originally guarded the rainbow drop for him. I understand all that. Why in the crap did we leave our sword in the Dragon Lord's castle? Did we just, like, drop it on our way out or something? I don't understand that. Anyways, when you've got the sword of Roto, you want to give it to your Prince of Laurasia, which will greatly increase his attack power. A whole 10 points. Very nice. Anyways, when you get done there, you want to head back. Oh yeah, we're running away from that. Alright. Now we're ready to progress. This should look familiar to Dragon Quest players. As different as it is from the original castle, there are a lot of striking similarities. Alright, we got a new enemy here, the Dragonfly. These guys are actually pretty tough as far as how much damage they can deal, but they're pretty weak as far as how much they can actually take. And they can breathe fire and hit everybody, which is probably the biggest threat about them. One interesting note here is on the NES version, this room is mirrored. You start on the right and go to the left. Anyways, for Dragon Quest players, this room should look familiar. We are in the King Dragon's throne room. However, as you could see when we came in here, there was someone on the throne, even though we already defeated the King Dragon 100 years ago. Who could this be? Well, let's find out. So, you have come, Joshua. I am the great-grandson of King Dragon, the King of Kings. I heard recently that the person called Hargon has grown to an enormous size. It also seems that his face has become horribly grotesque. Indeed, that is unpleasant. You don't seem open-minded, so I feel awkward asking you something. If you will defeat Hargon, I can tell you something good and you could take my place. What do you say? That sounds agreeable. Ho ho, come forward. Collect the 5 crests. If you do that, I hear that you'll receive the protection of the spirit. It seems there's a small island in the sea south of a town from long ago called Melkido. First of all, go there. If you collect the crests and receive the power of the spirit, you can defeat Hargon. Now, Melkido was, of course, the walled town where you fight the golem in Dragon Quest I. It is no longer there in Dragon Quest II. Obviously, as the only things left in Alefgard are Radatome, this castle, and that one shrine. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and brave these damage panels to get to that treasure. I probably don't have enough MP to do this, but keep in mind, each step will take 7 hit points from the person stepping on the panel. And if you're playing the NES version, each step will do like 7 hit points to everybody, even if that person's not even on the panel. So just keep a close eye on your hit points when you do this. I think we're going to have to sacrifice Linda here. And I believe we have a medicinal herb to use on Rolando. Alright, now to open the treasure chest. 152 gold. The world map. Now this is not in the NES version, but it's a very useful item to have. It will allow you to see where you are and the whole world. It's very useful when trying to figure out where you're going on the boat. And we got the steel armor. And the strength seed, which we're going to give to our Prince of Laurasia. And we're going to get out of here. And we're going to return to Radatum Castle. Anyways, we're going to cut this video here. If you like my videos, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, tell your friends about it, and I will see you guys later.